Okay, welcome everyone to the channel. There was an event at New York Toy Fair yesterday called Star Wars Most Wanted. Martin, that passed us by a little bit, didn't it? So we
Just a
are
bit.
here to discuss the reaction or give our reactions to the reveals. Most Wanted as well. It's like they've checked out one of our playlists, Martin, haven't they? Anyway, let's get into it as they've revealed way more than I was expecting this month. Starting with VC389. This is the Imperial Remnant Snowtrooper on a Mandalorian and Grogu card back. First of all, Martin, the elephant in the room, the logo on these Mandalorian and Grogu card backs. Let's
Yeah,
talk about that
well,
quick.
it's funny you brought that up because I think you knew straight away that obviously being a card collector, mainly this was the thing that
Yeah.
was going to interest my reaction the most. And yeah, not a fan at
No.
all. I think we've said in the past on other videos that we're not big fans of the logo or the posters that they've revealed so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
And while it looks totally acceptable on a vintage card, it's probably the weakest of all card back logos. I would personally, it's my personal opinion, would say.
It just looks a bit out of place to me. I don't
Mm,
know. Yeah, it's a bit.
yeah,
I think it's the Grogu side of it, and obviously they've got to get it in because that's the name of the film. But it does look a bit out of place and
yeah,
strange.
yeah. But I'm
So,
sure we'll get used to it. I'm sure we'll get used to it.
but the figure itself, then, what were your thoughts on the Snowtrooper, the new look Snowtrooper, shall we say?
Yeah, well, I was a little bit surprised actually because having gone back today and watched the trailer, I was surprised to see. I'd never noticed that there was a new type of snowtrooper in that trailer or
Yeah.
that behind the scenes footage that we that was leaked. So I was a bit shocked, and my initial thought was that looks like something out of Rebels, the sort of
Hmm.
and someone pointed out to me that it looked very Ralph McQuarrie, and I think that's dead on. I think it's got a real Ralph McQuarrie look.
Yeah.
But I think I like it. It's grown over the day for me, and I think I like it, and I like the card back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I'm loving this one. I think it's good.
This card back I do like the look of. The next one, however, VC387, the Imperial Remnant 8080 driver, I'm not sure about the card back on this. It
Oh,
looks a
really?
bit odd to me. Yeah. The
Mm.
figure, I think, looks really good.
Yeah, no,
But
I think the image on the card looks good. I mean, obviously it's an image they would have had to use from the Mandalorian movie, but I mean,
mm,
I think us original '96 collectors were kind of hoping when they released this figure, it would be on the Empire Strikes Back card with the original image used for the original '96 card back. But
yeah,
this basically enables Hasbro to re-release this figure down the
that's it.
line with some minor changes to make it more Empire Strikes Back
Yeah,
on the
they've
figure.
they've got the mold there. So this is the first time they've released the 8080 driver in the vintage collection, is it?
That is, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
first time, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I mean, someone will correct me, but I think the last one I remember was the Saga collection, but there may have been one after that.
Hmm, okay, that's interesting. Good to know. Um, Moving on then, VC388, the IG11 Navarro Marshall uh, IG11 on the old Mandalorian card back. So a repaint of the IG11 we've already got, is it?
Yeah, yeah, this is just basically exactly the same figure with a repaint.
Hmm.
I mean, it won't surprise anyone, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me, and possibly yourself if you do. That this is the weakest of all the reveals.
Hmm.
It's a figure
Yeah.
that certainly wouldn't go under the moniker of most wanted in my eyes,
No,
but they
didn't
have to
make
save
the
the
list.
money. They have to save the money somewhere, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it looks quite cool. It's quite a nice looking repaint, but was it necessary? Probably not. You know.
No, no, but obviously, I mean, maybe we'll talk about it at the end, but the 3 figures that, we've just talked about are gonna be added to the Morok and the 11th brother, figures that were revealed about 2 weeks ago, I think, so they'll be
Yeah.
wave 64. So,
Okay.
if you look at that wave, there's 4
Yeah.
pretty solid releases there
Yeah.
and 1, in my opinion, mediocre IG11. So I'm not going to complain too much. It is what it is. At least we're getting
Yeah.
4 really good quality ones that I'm excited to get hold of. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, as I say, probably not needed, but that brings us nicely on to the next one, the Mandalorian and Grogu. I mean, how many have we got of these guys now?
Well, I think if I worked it out correctly, this is the 9th individual carded Mando figure.
Yeah,
So it's a bit excessive. However, I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm going to give it a pass because obviously there's a new movie coming out.
yeah,
So there could be people out there who watch this movie and be like, "Wow, that was amazing! I really, really want a Mandalorian figure." So it totally makes sense for Hasbro
yeah,
and Lucasfilm to bring out a new figure purely because there's a new movie coming out. For
yeah.
us old school collectors, it's a case of 9th Mando, 5th Grogu. Um, yeah, so it is what it is, I suppose. At the end of the day,
But it's not a repaint, at least, is it? This is a new figure with new hips and tooling.
yeah. From
Is
what I
that right?
understand, it's got barbell hips,
Yep.
and all the tooling above the waist is all new.
Right.
So there is that. So for people who take their figures out off cards and display them and stuff, obviously that's a big plus point for them. So
Mm.
and it's on a deluxe card, and you get all those loads of extra accessories
I
to
was
warrant the.
I was going to ask, what makes it a deluxe card now? Because it looks exactly like the normal card backs.
Yeah, they
I
just.
know,
I
I
mean,
know there was that complaint about the deluxe cards being too big or on a
mhm,
box. So now
yeah,
they've moved back to an original, but they're calling it a deluxe.
yeah. No, I 100% agree. It's got a few extra weapons in it, which you wouldn't normally get. It's got the rocket pack behind him, which you can't see in the bubble, and then obviously
Right.
Grogu's in there as well.
Yeah.
But does all that plastic warrant an extra $5 or $6 that they're going to probably charge for this deluxe?
That's
Definitely
it.
not. Definitely not. But it's the world we live in, unfortunately, and we can complain as much as we want. It's never going to change. I think we
And
should
you'll
just take the victory that we managed to get the card sizes down to normal size.
Well, there is that, yeah. But you'll be getting it anyway. We all know that, don't we? So
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Up next, this was, I think, probably the pick of the bunch for me, the Imperial Remnant ATRT with carded VC 396 ATRT driver.
Yep.
Really cool looking figure, this one, and vehicle. I'm a fan of the vehicle. I don't know about you.
Yeah, so it's the ATRT. Funnily enough, I was at the bunker up in Royston near Barnsley about a week ago, and I picked the Revenge of the Sith boxed one up, and I was like, oh, I've always wanted one of these. I'm going to grab these. And someone who was with me, I think it might have been Scott Whitehouse, said, "Oh, there's a rumor that that's going to be released on the vintage collection." So I put it straight back, and I'm so glad I did. And Scott was there to tell me that because. Yeah, this looks absolutely fantastic. And some of the features, it says it's got working leg pistons and articulated joints on each leg for
Okay.
posability, which is going to be
Yeah.
great for people who display them. And it comes with a stand as well, which is excellent,
Mm.
Lou. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, having a couple of these on display loose is going to be awesome. But I think, as you quite rightly said at the beginning, I think the great thing about this is the figure. I think he looks
Yeah.
absolutely awesome.
Yeah. Definitely.
Uh,
But what do you think about the price point for this? This is $67.99 is what they've put on this. I
yeah,
don't know
let's
what
let's
it
be quite
converts to
yeah.
over here.
Yeah, well, they never convert it, so it'll be probably
Yeah.
£67.99 over here. So maybe £65 or something like that. I don't know. I mean, as we're recording this, the pre-orders go live in an hour, so we'll find out then. But
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
it's it's a bit of a shocker in terms of price because it is quite tiny, really, if you look at it in terms of scale of figure.
Yeah.
So, there's me saying it'd be great to have a couple of these, but it's going to break the bank to get a couple of these in order to get them out on display.
Yeah.
But I think I've got to have the one at least because it
Well,
looks
yeah.
so cool. I think the paint apps on it look fantastic. Going back to that that trooper, the ATRT driver. I think he's got a bit of that Trooper from Rogue One look on him.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you
I
see
see
that?
it.
I
I
think
do.
it looks
Yeah.
I think it looks really, really cool. So it's such a shame. And I'm saying, it's a shame they're releasing it with a vehicle, but no doubt they'll re-release this on a single card at some point.
I expect so.
But yeah, I think you're 100% right, Adam. This is the absolute pick of the bunch. Really, really excited to get my hands on this.
Yeah. Yeah. And last up then is the Army Builder 4-pack of the Imperial Remnant Stormtroopers. Are you collecting the Army Builders now?
No, I've
You've
never
got a few,
collected.
haven't you?
No, I was gifted one pack of the Clone Troopers
Okay.
by somebody, but I've never actually bought any of the others. I do regret not buying the Snowtrooper 4-pack because now I've got a few loose of those. It
Yeah.
would be great to have a few more of those, but I'm not really a big fan of the 4-packs purely because I'm a carded collector mainly. So, in the future, may I regret not getting some of these 4-packs? Probably when I
Yeah.
start some displays, but, they I mean, let's be honest though, they do look great. The weathering on them looks fantastic, and for people that do open them, I think these will be great because if you have any battle scenes or anything you're setting up with your figures to display,
Hmm.
the weathering on them looks like, they're in battle. And if you compare the weathering to say something from TVC 1.0, like the Sand Trooper, for example, it looks so
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, these are great for their purpose. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people out there who will be excited to get hold of these, but I will probably
Yeah.
pass on these.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for this one. These are all available to pre-order now. Let us know what you thought about all of these reveals in the comments. Hit like on this one, and we'll catch you next time. We'll see you later.
Bye.